Go. We're live.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Addicted to the Q. This is a special. We're going to try to start doing this every couple months, every 3 months. It's Where in the World is Curly Bird? They seem to have been slowly depleting all their stuff to travel forever.
That's right.
So, welcome back, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. Good to see you guys again.
I think it's been about 3 months since we had you on. Mother's Day, May, June, July, August. Yeah, almost 3 months. So where have you been in the toy hauler? Wait, it is a toy hauler, right?
It is a toy hauler. Yeah.
For sure. So last time we talked to you, we were in Iowa.
Yep.
And from there, we went to Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee. We did Worlds. And then we went to Iowa and Wisconsin and Missouri and Kansas. Not necessarily in that order.
Yeah.
So I saw you guys in Tennessee. What did you think of that venue for Worlds?
I thought the venue was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I didn't have any problems with the venue at all.
Yeah, we had power, water, we had dump station for when we left. Didn't feel terribly crowded.
No.
The rain came in and didn't completely, like, it kind of flooded us a little bit that one day, but I mean, we've had so many worse venues than that where it's just like for that many people it's actually wasn't too bad. So
the venue and the hospitality was great at that comp. I'm not so sure about the judging. That was a little wonky, but
yeah.
Judging's always a little wonky.
Was that Lincoln?
No, Lebanon.
That's what it was, Lebanon. Hey, start
it's
with
like 20 minutes from Nashville.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we stayed at a beautiful park just outside of Nashville the week or so before that. It was a Army Corps of Engineers park. It's right outside Nashville. So beautiful area.
Nice.
You guys have inspired me when I retire. I'm not even, I'll still probably do barbecue competitions, but more to just travel. Like, I don't want a permanent residence. I don't want my kids to be able to find me.
Yeah.
Oh, kids are the worst.
Love my kids, but I can go to their house if I want to see them.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd go so far as to say I love my kids.
You do love your kids. Just they're just driving crazy.
They just annoy the piss out of me.
Yeah. That's their job, though. That's their job. So with the toy hauler, I know the back has like beds that can fold down or go up and down. Is there one towards the front?
Yeah, so there's one in the front, and we took the beds that were built in the back out.
Okay.
So that we could put a food prep table in, and like we've got a little freezer, and then that's also where the smokers ride and stuff.
Okay.
So,
and we picked up our 16-year-old, and we had to have a place to put him.
Mm-hmm.
So there went the other couch.
Yep.
He's got an air mattress. He's tall. This kid is tall.
Yeah.
Hair like Einstein. Like just so funny.
Wow.
Loves trimming meat.
Yeah. He trims all of our ribs for competitions. Can trim chicken as well, but really loves trimming ribs. We did this one in Sioux City where there was a fundraiser, and we cooked 40 racks of ribs, and he trimmed all of them. And it was amazing.
And it was meat provided. So
Yes.
we didn't get them until like the night before.
Yeah.
And then we stayed up all night. And Cam just stood there and pounded out like
He's 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Loves it.
Is he homeschooled?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why he travels with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's an online school. I don't want you guys to think I'm like.
Yeah, well, most homeschool now I think's going like has a lot of online stuff. When he's 18, are you booting him out of the trailer?
Yeah.
Glenn says yes, but I'm kind of like, I don't know if he's still trimming meat for us.
Trimming ribs, teach them to trim chicken. They can definitely stay.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, chicken's the worst.
Chicken is the worst.
That's the devil's meat. That's the devil's meat.
Are you guys gonna be making it to the Royal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Can I borrow him for chicken?
Actually, you can't. So funny you say that. He was asking me a couple days ago if I thought that people would pay him to prep their meat for comp. And I was like, I don't know anybody else that does it, so I don't know if that's a yes or a no, man. And he's like, I should fill that out.
But if they did, it'd probably be for chicken.
If he can garnish boxes, I know people will pay for that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He probably could garnish boxes. I love garnishing boxes. Takes me all of 20 seconds.
Yeah, she's got a really fast method. Looks excellent.
Chop kale.
Chopped kale. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
A little bit of Pam. Pretty much all you need.
I had to do that at Worlds because they were out of kale and bunches at Lebanon. So I had kale and it was starting to turn yellow. So I was like, well, guess I need new kale.
Yeah.
I found a new way for parsley. How you pluck the little heads off.
Yeah.
Just take handful, drop 2 handfuls in the box, and whatever lands on top, you take and stick the stems back down, and it's just perfect.
Ready to go.
It made it so quick. I was like, oh, I guess I can go back if I need to do parsley again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think parsley is ballsy. Like, I would never, ever, ever use cilantro, ever.
Yeah.
Because some people have that genetic disposition of soap. But when we were brand new, we were in a judging room because I wanted to know what was happening back there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so we volunteered and we helped out at a thing. I wasn't like a table captain or anything. We were just hanging out and running and helping. And after everything was said and done, I heard the judges talking, and one of the judges said, if they put parsley in the box, I don't know if it's a garnish or if it's supposed to be part of the flavor, so I don't pick it off.
So he was eating the ribs.
So he was eating the ribs that had parsley stuck to it. And another judge sitting next to him was like, yeah, but I always pick off kale. And I'm like, yeah, because kale's disgusting and nobody wants to eat that except crunchy people.
I don't feel like kale sticks as bad either.
No, I don't think it does.
No.
But I pick it off.
But
I've heard that.
Sorry, yeah, I'm like you don't eat that stuff with the meat. Yeah, okay. Sorry, Brad.
I pick it off, but I've heard people. I knew a lady I judged with next that ate the garnish in between boxes as a way to cleanse their palate, and she said it helped with digestion. Nope.
Well, okay.
Gross.
Yeah.
Wow.
The parsley, I feel like sticks a lot worse than kale, but that's just a personal preference of mine.
Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to flavor my meat, so I will never. Well, I mean, I am trying to flavor my meat,
Right, but not with the garnish.
Yes.
That's crazy. Now you guys bought a new truck for the trailer, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, because we want a new trailer. We want a new trailer as well. So we got, and after driving through Tennessee and Tennessee trying to kill us, we decided we needed a bigger truck. So Eastern Tennessee, going through the mountains, very dangerous road. At one point, the brakes on the camper were smoking. It was that kind of road. Anyway,
Where are you going?
we were headed from. I'm trying to even think of the towns.
I'm like Margie's house, but I don't remember. Anyway,
it was
Knoxville.
It was south of Knoxville, north of Chattanooga. It's kind of right in between though. Like those are kind of the top and bottom of the state, and it was like right in the middle.
You got like Marville right there. You've got Townsend, top of the world.
Way smaller.
Yeah,
these were tiny. It was right in between 2 tiny little towns.
Yeah.
So you were in Deliverance country. Do you hear banjos?
Yes.
But those roads over there, the Smokies, some of those can be stupid.
It was just insane. I'm like, how is this a road that is even allowed? And Google took us through this pass, and come to find out, the local kids like to take the signs down that say no trucks and dangerous road ahead. And like it literally went down to like 1 lane and the tightest switchbacks I've ever seen. The camper scraping as it's going around these corners. I was at a point when we stopped, when I noticed the brake smoking, I just had to stop. I couldn't turn around. There's nothing. There's no way to cool them down other than just sit there and wait. And I told Amy, I was like, well, if the brakes in the truck go out, I'm just going to drive us into a tree to stop, because the other side was going down the mountain.
Yeah.
So it's like tree
or
mountain.
cliff.
Yeah. So yeah. And so anyway, come find out, the kids take the signs down because semi trucks can't make that corner, those switchbacks, and you'll literally get stuck and have to get a crane to come in and lift the trailer around the corner. It's just that kind of road, and they just think it's funny. I'm thinking, you shouldn't let anybody drive that ever.
It's terrible. So we were in Spring City, and we were heading to
Pikeville, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So we were like, if we never go to Tennessee again, that's fine with me. And then we went to Worlds, and they were like, oh, for the next couple of years, this is where it's going to be. Yeah. And I went, well, I guess we're going back to Tennessee.
But we liked that area of Tennessee much better. The Nashville, Lebanon area, much
Western
nicer.
Tennessee,
but
it's less deadly.
Eastern Tennessee's roads were really bad, and also terrible network connectivity. Didn't matter what kind of cell provider you had, like nobody could get connectivity. Even staying at some of the places we were staying, where they would have like a landline internet connection, didn't matter. It was just terrible internet everywhere there. It was so strange.
Well, I'll be a little Eastern whenever my dream happens. So next time you guys drive through, I'll give you a free stay overnight.
Sweet.
Nice.
I don't have a clean, perfectly usable septic area for you guys to do a clean out on your trailer. Yeah. But if I have like 50 acres, you can go to the back 40 and just dump.
Yeah.
So at Worlds, do you have? I could have sworn you guys have a dog. You have a dog, right?
Yeah, we have two.
We have two dogs.
Yeah,
what kind of dog
and we had one with us at Worlds, and now we've got both of them with us. So
I just saw somebody was always taking it out to the bathroom.
Yes.
So Cam is. I was gonna say Cam's on the spectrum. So Arnold, the little black dog that you saw, is his like service dog. So he takes care of him, takes him out to walk, and does all of that stuff. But he's very, very sweet.
Yeah.
And stays close, and he's adorable. And then we have a pile of trouble.
Winston, still kind of a puppy, and he's just
he's a hot mess express. Yeah. Also tiny, really barky.
Yeah, trying to get him open of that.
But very friendly.
Smaller dogs bark the most.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, you're a foot tall. What are you gonna do? Like,
right.
You said he's on this. You said your son's on the spectrum. Is that the same one that trims meat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That might. Sometimes they say that like those kind, because my son's, he's not on the spectrum, but he's like OCD borderline and very like everything has to be perfect, which is because he asked about garage in my box one time, and I was very no. Then at Worlds last year, man, I'm like, we have plenty of time. I can fix it. What am I going to lose? And I look at it, I'm like, you're better than you do that better than me. Sold. Like his attention to detail was actually worked out perfect for building boxes. So that may be kind of something with like that for him with trimming meat, and it's kind of maybe like kind of therapeutic or something.
I think so, and I think he really just enjoys it. It's just like you said, it's therapeutic or cathartic or something. But he puts his headphones on and he just starts going after it, and he's really good. So
neat.
Does he cook with you too? Does he like cooking or?
He does like cooking. He hasn't cooked as many competitions with us, but he did do one in Tennessee. Where was that at? It was before Lebanon, and there was a burger competition.
That wasn't in Tennessee. That was in Alabama.
Oh, Alabama. Okay. Well, all right. Anyway, but yeah, he did there was a like a burger ancillary at one of the competitions, and he entered into that, did it all himself, like steamed the buns, like these brioche buns, and did this whole burger recipe blend of hamburger and sausage and other stuff and kielbasa, and just, I don't know, it was amazing. And he got 9th out of a team, out of a lot of really good teams, and so he was really stoked about that. So and he knows how to cook ribs. He knows a recipe. He could cook it. He just doesn't always. He's still 16, so he's like no, I'm just going to sleep or whatever, like.
So morning bread.
Yeah.
So after Worlds, where did you guys decide to go?
After Worlds, we went
from Worlds to
Iowa.
Waverly, Iowa,
Yep.
which is where we were when we talked to you guys last. That's where my grandma lives.
Oh,
and then from there, we went to Wisconsin.
West Salem,
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Bringing home the bacon.
Yeah.
I've heard that's a good one. Did you guys like it?
I liked it, but I might be the only one. And I don't just mean on our team. Like a lot of our friends were like, "That sucked."
Oh no!
But
I
really liked it, and maybe it's because we beat Weeze, and I was feeling really good about that. I was feeling real good about that.
He beat us one day.
He did beat us one day.
But we beat him
twice.
There was they did a rib burn and then doubleheader, and so we were, neck and neck with Weeze all weekend. Like we got 2 out of the 3 on him, which felt good. But I actually West Salem was a wonderful competition. Now that I'm thinking of it, they had a really really great gift bag of like really useful stuff. Like everything in there was useful. Like they had gloves, they had trash bags, they had paper towels. Like it was just like it was awesome. Like we used every bit of it.
And cheese curds.
Yeah.
Because Wisconsin.
And then it's at this RV park that's really really nice, with really big spaces. And so we shared a space with Robert and Amanda from Swinelicious. So it was fun to hang out with them. And then there was a pool, like a heated pool, and tons of stuff for the kids. So like it was really fantastic. I wish more were set up like that, So yeah.
So because I've thought about going there next year instead of Worlds, or if I don't qualify for Worlds, because I've cooked Worlds now 2 years, and I'm like, it's getting to the point I want to go to a faraway competition every year, but I'm not sure. I'm stuck on Tennessee, so I've been tossing that one around because it's about the same time for a period.
Yeah, it's a really good one, really well run. Can't say enough great things about that one.
Yeah, I liked it. Laura was the organizer. Yep. She's been doing it many years, and you can tell that she knows what she's doing. So
yeah,
we had a good time. And Glenn's talking about this gift bag, and like it seems so mundane, the like stuff we're listing, but like it's so fantastic to not throw swag away.
Yeah, because like sometimes you'll go to one and the gift bag is full of
13 koozies and 6 pens and like whatever they've gathered up from the Chamber of Commerce around town, and I get that, and it's nice, but we live in an RV. Like
there's only so many koozies.
I only need so many koozies.
Yeah.
So that one was great because it was. She went to Sam's Club. Like it was obvious, and she was like, "What could they use?"
Yeah.
And man, that was a handy gift bag.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, that's like the hat from the soy thing at Invitational. I've never once used that stupid bucket hat from the World Invitational.
A hat?
I don't know.
So remember the little like Gilligan hat that had the U.S. soy on it?
Yeah, the bucket hat. We didn't keep it either.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's like nobody's gonna wear that. So.
The pigtail flipper was really nice, though. I've been wanting one of those for a while.
The flipper, we already had one.
The pigtail.
And and we didn't use it. So then I was like, well, we'll just auction this off.
If you're gonna spend money on swag for giveaways, I look at it as spend the money on what they're gonna want to keep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because then my name's getting out there. I mean, obviously it gets out there more when you just throw it away, but you're throwing it in the trash. Nobody's just going to hand it off. Well, nobody's like me, and I'm going to re-gift it, of course, because that's what I do.
Yeah. If we had more space, that would be a thing. We would just re-gift it, but yeah.
So last time you guys were talking with us, you came back, you said how you had to empty the trailer. You just had more when you came back. Was that again this time too?
We didn't have as many to empty out the second time through. We had a bunch of cutting boards and some other stuff. Like we had a lot of trophies that were cutting boards, and less of the really big trophies like we'd gotten in Florida, and some of those that were just like huge and just taking up a ton of space.
We were using it as a doorstop.
Yeah.
One way to do it.
Yeah.
It worked really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like a lot of them we had done, they were like smaller, which is great. Yeah. Or we have a lot of cutting boards now.
Yeah.
I know you guys have seen stuff like this before, where you have like a little round mount and it's got color light down in it, and then you put an acrylic something in there. Okay, so we had a couple of those, and they're maybe 6 or 8 inches, like not very big. And we had won a few of those, and Camden was using them like a nightlight. Yeah. Like he loved it. He loved them. Every time we stopped, he'd be like, "Where's those? Where's my lights? Where's my lights?" So he was super into those, and one of them was one of them was for People's Choice. Did I tell you guys this People's Choice thing?
No, let's hear it.
It's a thing. Okay, so Logan with Small Batch Barbecue in Tennessee. He does a lot of the comps in Alabama, and we happened to do one that had a required People's Choice. And I hate People's Choice. It's kind of like, it's just annoying. I feel like everybody kind of hates People's Choice, right? Like it's just this extra thing that you have to do. But I also understand how it's good for the comp. So like, it's fine. We want these people to come in and spend money and for the organizers to raise money, because that's the whole point. In this particular one, they were raising money for scholarships. So like, definitely a good cause. I just hate People's Choice. And I was sitting there and I had leaned over to Glenn, and he could hear me. He was sitting right next to us, and I was saying, I always feel bad for the people who win People's Choice. It's so embarrassing, because who cares what the public thinks? Like, those aren't real judges. And I know more than get that out of my mouth, and we get called as the winners.
So Logan thinks that's hilarious.
Logan is laughing. Losing his mind, laughing so hard. The very next weekend, comp, Logan's there, People's Choice, and we do the same thing. And and they're just like, "Oh, okay, like let me throw it in here and overcook this meat." And like Logan's there, and he's like, "You guys are gonna win." I said, "There is zero possible chance." Yeah, we have done so many of these, and last week was the first time we've ever done good on them.
It was a fluke,
and this. No chance. Like, we don't even care. We just throw it. Anyway, we win it again.
That was category you don't even care about.
Because it was their
it was all OG Bandit stuff.
Pork rub or rib rub or something that we were putting on it. Anyway, now Logan, every time he talks to me, he calls me the People's Champ.
Yeah.
Okay, so next time he calls you or you see him, don't wait for him to call you the People's Champ. You just say, "The People's Champ is here."
That's right.
You're to cause chaos.
It might be a veto of barbecue.
That's usually how it works, though. The one category that you like, that was like turkey a couple years ago, the Invitational. I bought it like the day before, didn't do any trimming to it till I got there. It was still in the package. And I was like, I guess I'll just throw it on there. And we got 4th place. And I'm like, how does this even work? Like, I couldn't care. It was an ancillary. So I'm like, I don't care if I do good or not.
Mm-hmm. You just there for, anyway.
The People's Champ.
People's Champ.
So, champs.
I feel like we should get it put on the back of our thing.
You should.
The People's Champ.
You should. The People's Champ. So you guys are back hometown right now. When are you, or not when, but where? I know where we're going to be at in about 3 months, but where's this most recent going to be taking you?
So our next competition. So right now we're in Wichita, and then our next competition is in Beaver, Oklahoma. I've never been there, so I was double checking. It wasn't some other name, but it's in the Panhandle of Oklahoma. It's a newish comp. Is this the first year?
So they've done the comp before, but this is the first year as KCBS.
Okay.
So Larry and Linda Voth will be the reps, and it's called I swear to God, I can't make this shit up. Oh, yeah. It's called the Cow Chip Challenge or something like that, or cook-off, the Cow Chip cook-off.
Yeah, so Cow Chip something. I'm like, you know what cow chips are, right? They're not cookies.
It's not here's a cow chip. I mean, what
are you cooking?
Yeah. So
are you cooking the cow chip or?
So we to us we're calling it the cow poop contest, like 'cause that's what it is. But anyway, so that's the next one, and then we're fast forward a little bit because we don't exactly have September really fully planned, but October we'll be in Alabama again for BBQ. That's a bucket list one for us, and then
we're gonna do another one in Alabama. And then we might do another one in Alabama. That one is up in the air, but I am 90% sure we're going to be at BBQ
at the end of October.
At the end of October, and then the next week is the Royal.
Yeah.
Do you guys find camping sites, like go lock a week up at a campground or something in between the?
Yeah, so sometimes we find like we really like Army Corps of Engineer sites. They're really well run, really nice put together. So yeah, level spots, which is nice. We'll do that. Boondockers Welcome is something we use a lot as well, which is just people's houses that have some land and maybe have a power hookup or water hookup, and it's typically like a donation, like $10 or $15 a night if you use their hookups, and it's really nice. And a lot of times that's where our leftover barbecue goes, is to our Boondockers hosts, and they love that. And
we love that.
We love that.
Yeah,
because we get tired of eating barbecue, like most everybody else that cooks barbecue or any niche food that you're cooking a lot of. You don't want to eat that, like regular things. So. So yeah, Boondockers Welcome has been great. RV parks, and sometimes we'll find, like, if we're going to be in a place for a while, like find those monthly stays. You can save a lot of money that way by staying, like, booking it for a month, long-term stay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So so how many awards, or how good have you guys done these last 3 months? Like, how many GCs or?
Brian, do you know
no.
that KCBS has an overall for backyard now?
We're
in 5th place.
I know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Try not to leak it out here, but let you guys come out and say stuff. I was like, whoa, check that out.
Oh my God, it was so exciting. So when we went to, I think West Salem was probably the best that we've done since we've talked to you last. And we came out of that comp, so it was a doubleheader, and we got an award in every single category, or a call. We got a call in every single category for the whole weekend. And then we take 3rd place? We didn't RJC. Did we? I don't even remember.
I don't think so.
Doesn't even matter. I rolled out of that thing, and they were all like, Olympic medals, like the kind that go in your head with like a little round whatever. And like it was like stacks on stacks on stacks, like, and I'd walk and it was just go cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. It was super fun.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that was fun.
You should just grab those Dawn, like, red, white, and blue stars and bars attire, walk into a restaurant and say, the Olympic champ is here.
Right.
I could take a picture like Simone Biles.
Yeah.
Listen all of her awards like a cracker. That one was super fun, like, because there were some really good teams there, and to just keep getting your name called like that was
It was a good weekend.
It's super fun.
Well, that's like me and Rob cooking just this weekend, Friday, Saturday. We went to, it was an unsanctioned event, and I'm just like, it pays good if we can get the calls. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. And the first round comes out and they're calling chicken, and I'm like, they're calling 3rd, man. If we don't get it, my mentality's like, let's go on to the next one. Come on, get ribs out here. Called 2nd, called 1st, Sofa King. Wait, what just happened? Like, really? They go to ribs and they call and they're like, 3rd place, Sofa King. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. they come up to pork and they call, come up to third place. I'm like, oh man, all right, let's go on to brisket. I know it probably failed. We're not going to get a call. First place pork. Sofa King. I was like, what just happened? Looked at Rob like, we have a chance. I think it's slim, but I think we have a chance. Brisket came up fourth place. I was like, oh, this is nuts. Yeah. I think we just walked with it. I don't know. And then they called the ancleries wings. Rob was like, we're just going to wing wings. I don't know what I want to do. I'm like, I'm following your lead. He gets called in first. Both chicken categories.
Heck
I was like, that's you. He did it first and first. I was like, that's nice. Yeah. I did a smoked ice cream for the first time. I've been playing with it since we've talked.
Yeah.
First place.
Oh, look at you.
I walked up. They well, the best was the end was when they were calling like top 5 all the way up down to first. And they're like, surprise, surprise. Do you want to guess grand champion? We just like walk right up. And I mean, it was just, it's like, we're still stoked over it going, I cannot believe every category it was almost swept.
That's awesome. That's a great feeling.
That is a good feeling. We did that in Florida, and I just was looking at Glenn like at our very first comp in Florida. I had anxiety about that for like 2 months.
Yeah.
So we go to Florida, we're gonna do terrible. We don't know what the flavors are. Whoa, like, what are we doing? Like, sick to my stomach all the time, and we swept almost every category, and it felt so amazing.
It does. I'm like, I texted Rob this morning, or I called him, and I was like, I just want to let you know I'm so proud of you, and I'm still stoked.
Yeah, it's a cloud 9 feeling for sure.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, Brian, just saying you let Rob cook a little bit and you did better. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, yeah. 2 categories out of 4.
Chicken whisperer.
2 to 4 categories. I mean, I got 2 first. He got 2 first. I also got a third and a fourth.
He can cook chicken.
But no, he's excited, and I wanted him to do the chicken because he's doing September. He's doing Shawnee Great Grillers or something like that, down here by Overland Park, Shawnee, Kansas, old Shawnee town, I believe. So I was like, do it. Run what you want. I want you to practice because you're doing that. He asked to go on his own to do it. And I was like, dude, you can do it whenever you want. I mean, I asked you to team with me. So I'm so proud of him. I'm stoked.
So when are you going to do the Curly Bird hits the overseas and do some contests like in the Netherlands, England, Ireland, something like that?
Well, we're not going to Europe this year. No. We are going to New Zealand, though.
We are.
Nice.
In November.
So,
well, I don't know if we're going to do a competition, but there are some friends of ours down there that do competitions down there. But yeah, I don't know that it's going to work out to actually do a comp while we're there, though. Just it's 2 weeks, and that's we're trying to maximize it.
I know meat stock in Australia they require lamb for a category. I wonder if they do that in New Zealand.
I do think lamb is a common category that they get in New Zealand as well.
Have you ever cooked lamb before?
Yeah.
Glenn cooked lamb for my 40th birthday.
I did. I think that was leg of lamb that I did for that, or was it the lamb chops? No, I think it was leg of lamb.
A bone.
Yeah, it was a big shank, like leg shank.
It was like a lamb tomahawk.
If you guys cook over there, can you get someone to loan you some equipment, or are you gonna?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not gonna pay for the trailer to be hauled over there.
Damn, no.
God, we'd have to let it go so early. It takes forever to get stuff overseas like that.
Yeah.
No, Glenn's cousins live down there in New Zealand, and so we always cook the Thanksgiving turkey, which is super fun because that's purely American. New Zealand doesn't give 2 craps. But the cousins are dual citizens, so they always have like this big Thanksgiving party and invite all their friends that are like, I don't understand this American holiday, and they're like, no, it's fine, you just eat till you throw up, and it's great. And there's a turkey, and somebody will tell the story of the Pilgrims, but we're gonna make our American cousins do it, and we're always like, Well,
So
we weren't really that great, but we get to eat now, so it's fine.
Get to eat.
That's gonna be. I can't wait for that interview.
That'll be fun.
It'll be a good time. Try to get you on.
So I got a game if you guys want to play a game real quick.
Okay.
It's called Would You Rather.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather? Okay, let me make sure you guys know these. I think you do pretty much because it's backyard and all. Lane York.
Yep.
Okay. Tally Dog and Brock. Yep. T-Dog. Okay. Would you rather shig off of Aw Shucks or T-Dog barbecue?
Here's the thing with shigging off of Aw Shucks. Lane cannot stop telling me his recipes.
Yeah, he gives it to us all the time.
He just like will randomly text me and be like, "Here's my chicken recipe," and I'm like, "Thanks, man." Like, so I guess I want to shig T-Dogs because I have no idea what they're doing.
Well, and he has chicken.
They practiced so hard this winter, and like all of a sudden, I'm like, "What is happening?"
Yeah,
like it was amazing.
He's doing some good stuff.
I cried for Brock when we were in Osceola and we tied for second and third. First place was a 180. Second and third was a 179.8 or 178.8. And we tied and they won the coin toss and he got second. And I was just like, I was full on like ugly crying.
It was great.
I was so excited.
I was so hoping he was going to get that first and get the invitational bid. That's what I was really, because he's been cooking the hell out of ribs.
Yeah.
He just nailed it. But he got didn't he get calls on chicken? Or maybe I'm a crazy person.
I think they were like right outside the top.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think they're like 7th or something or 8th or right outside that. They're getting consistent in both categories, so I'm waiting for them to pull a GC here pretty soon.
Yeah, I cannot wait. Like they're gonna do it. They're doing the things.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for them.
Okay. Brad, we can't see you.
I know. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to fix my camera and it's not working, so everybody just have to roll with it.
You're an IT guy. Just so everyone
knows.
I'm
not.
Okay, so next one. Would you rather cook an event infested with mosquitoes or cook an event in a monsoon downpour?
Downpour. I hate cooking in the rain.
Y'all know I got curly hair, right? Like, it's terrible. But I also have that, what is like a bacteria or something that attracts all the mosquitoes to you. I haven't even been outside for like a week and I've got like 8 new mosquito bites. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we'll be outside together. I won't get bit at all, but she'll have like 10 bites. Like it's something about, she just smells good to them. But I feel like the rain we can manage a lot easier. The mosquitoes, they just get into everything, and then you're dealing with that for days after. Whereas the rain, you're just dealing with it that day. And we've got ways to deal with it.
I do have some of the cutest stompy stomp wellies.
That's true.
What is that?
The rubber boots. They're called wellies in, I don't know.
Probably Britain or something.
Yeah, I feel like that's a UK
British
thing.
thing.
I'm
rain
way
boots,
too much.
Brad. Rain boots.
I'm too much of a redneck for that. They're muck boots is all I got.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
They're cute.
Would you rather buy your honey or harvest it yourself?
Shit, no, I'm gonna buy my honey. That was an easy one. We already just buy our honey.
All right.
I don't hold with this like you have to have some kind of primo honey situation. The only reason you should ever be buying local honey is because you have allergies.
Yep.
That's the only reason. Like we buy Sam's Club honey.
Yeah.
I got a kid in that school that's in high school or that loves the Cheap Banks honey, so I've been supporting her just because she's local. Otherwise,
that's a good reason.
That's a good reason.
Take that too.
Yeah,
otherwise, that's it.
But I guarantee a judge can't tell the difference between locally sourced,
Now, butter on the other hand, I am a butter snob, but
We're not.
Not me.
Jerry Gold.
Not me. All right, last would you rather question. This is cozy up in the toy hauler next to the electric portable heater and order pizza. Would you rather watch the Barbie movie or Beethoven?
Like Beethoven with the dog?
Yep.
Oh, the Barbie movie was amazing. It was really good. And Glenn over here is going to try to tell you that he didn't think so and he would rather watch Beethoven because it sounds more manly. But the Barbie movie is like pro-woman all the way. It was so good.
We cried.
Like, this movie is wonderful.
I did like the Barbie movie. And it wasn't just because Margot Robbie is easy to look at. She's not bad to look at. But I did. I liked.
I thought you were gonna say what's the dude's name in it? I just saw him in a race movie.
Is it Ryan Gosling?
Yeah. Ryan Gosling. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say because he's easy to look at. Well, that's Ryan Reynolds. He's easy.
He was not so easy to look at in that movie.
He was kind of a douche, really.
Well, and like, I was never like, "Oh, Ken, you're so cute," right?
No.
How did this get off the rails?
Was it Brian?
It's your question.
He saw a squirrel, I think.
Me?
Yeah.
What? When?
Exactly. When talking about Barbie movie.
Dude, I asked Hawk Blackburn if he wanted to watch the Smurfs.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't watched that one yet.
Well, see, that was Rainbow Bride or the Smurfs.
I've been moving my mother-in-law for the last 2 weeks.
Right.
I had a big like movie poster above my bed until I was like 10.
One thing about you guys RVing it is you don't have to worry about moving a bunch of crap later in life like we do with my mother-in-law the last 2 weekends. I'm more sore from that than anything.
What about My Little Pony? Did you watch that too?
Love My Little Ponies.
Okay, you need to send me the address of one of the campground sites you'll be at long term, and I'll Amazon you guys some stuff.
Okay, so isn't there a word for My Little Pony lovers? Isn't there a
so there was like a whole. I only found out about this because all three of my kids were Cam was a little young, but like my two oldest were really into My Little Ponies when they revamped it, and so Lyra used to tease her brother that he was a brony.
Yeah, that's
what it is. Brony, but there's some for females too. I don't remember what it was called for females.
I don't know.
Bronies, though. That's what it was.
Okay. So you're traveling around doing all these backyard competitions or barbecue competitions. We know you're in the running for the KCBS Backyard Team of the Year.
Yep.
What about the other sanctioning bodies? I mean, are you cooking enough in those?
We didn't really focus on those very much this year. So like last year we did OKBS because we were in Oklahoma a lot. And so it made sense to be part of the Oklahoma Society. We didn't join the Alabama one because we did not realize how much we were going to love Alabama and how much we were going to be down there this year. And they had a backyard royale kind of competition that they've got going too. So if you went to all 5 of these comps and then, they're taking them and so they were going to crown like a grand champion of these 5, but you had to go to all 5 and we knew we were going to miss one already because we were going to be up north.
Yeah.
So we didn't join that. We did join.
We joined the Georgia one because we thought we were going to be in Georgia a lot more than we were. We stayed in Georgia, but we haven't done any competitions in Georgia, which is kind of too bad. Yeah, we haven't. That's the short answer. Is we haven't done any of the other ones because of where we thought we were going to be versus where we ended up being.
Yeah.
That's right. So yeah, we just focused on KCBS this year, which I don't know. It's like the devil, so we'll probably just keep on keeping on with KCBS.
Although I'm curious about some of the Texas, what is it? What's that organization down there?
CBA.
Yeah, CBA. Because I've heard good things from some competitors that have done both, and they're like, it's kind of fun to go down there and do some of those. It's different, So
I think they use foil sheets for turn-ins and not.
Mm-hmm.
They do. But you can cook thighs instead of half chickens. Like, it's kind of a blend between KCBS and IBCA, from what I can kind of gather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this half chicken thing is interesting to me.
What about Rib Cook-Off Association? You thought about those?
I have not. That's Dirk's new thing. No, and it's kind of for the same reason. Like, we've been traveling so much, and Dirk is in Oklahoma, so most of when he kicked that off, we were already down south, and so then most of those competitions have been close to Oklahoma or like kind of the Midwest as he's starting to grow that, and we just haven't.
Yeah, just haven't been back in the area.
Been to them.
In fact, our Midwest friends were giving us a really hard time when we rolled into Osceola, because they're like, "Who's this Curly Bird? Where are you guys from?" You know, and that was like
our new team.
And that was like T-Dog and Lane, and you know,
yeah.
So
I mean, that was the first time we saw most of them for like this year. And
where are you guys from? Nebraska, Iowa, Alabama, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Florida, Tennessee.
Yeah. Everywhere. We were gonna do one in Minnesota, and that didn't work out. Like,
you guys thought about doing
Alaska? Alaska, that'd be a good one.
We've thought about going up to Canada.
So we do want to go to Canada next year.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be fun to find one up north there.
Probably through the summer.
Through the summer, of course.
Yeah. But our kid has a friend that lives up there. And I was just talking to his parents a couple weeks ago, and they were like, yeah, it's like 65 here. And I said, well, for some reason that I can't fathom, except that I 100% know why, we're going to Kansas in the middle of the summer. It's like 110.
It was brutal here.
Yeah. And we have a camper with one little air conditioner, and it's, well, hopefully never do it again.
If I remember right, Brad, you can confirm, didn't John Mann, a.k.a. Barbecue Man, didn't he say that the comp they were doing, there was a draw for the jack or something?
It's the only one there, so it's an auto jack draw. But that was middle of July. I think they've already had it.
Yeah. He said they don't get a lot of competitors either. I'm like, we should roll up there.
I looked at flights. It's a little pricey.
It's Alaska. It's like 2,400 miles away.
We should try.
Travel.google.com and put in for alerts, and it'll just tell you when the prices are cheaper.
Yeah, that is a pro tip. I mean, that's how we're going to New Zealand, and that's the last couple big trips like that we've done. They'll just notify, oh, hey, by the way, there's like ticket prices are a third of what they're normally going for, but you got to travel in these windows. And it's like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah. No, you're both still remote working, right? You're not retired. Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. Now, what if, because you do a lot of nice cooking on the side of barbecue, let's talk about some of the dishes you've brought out now. Anything special?
Oh, man. I know. I'm like, let me pull up my phone so I know what I've even cooked lately.
Right. Let's see.
Our whole life has been
biscuits and gravy, ice cream cones.
Right. I was trying to think what was the dessert we did at Osceola?
We haven't got an update on the biscuits and gravy tacos either.
Yeah.
Burritos.
So good.
You did that? You made them?
Yeah.
We turned them in for a competition, and I was like, there's no way these are even going to get a call. Like, they're going to hate them. Every time I do something weird, people are like, oh, no, what is this? And it was a taco comp, and I got a call.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Now, how did you do the actual shell part of that?
That's the biscuit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Took the biscuit, she laid it real flat, flattened it real like a taco shell, like a tortilla, really. And then skillet, pan fry it, and then draped it over like a handle or something to shape it, right?
Yep.
Or
like a taco shell holder.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was a taco shell holder. And so once it was shaped, then that became the shell. And then did biscuits and gravy, cheese, and eggs, I think scrambled eggs, all in it. And that it was a taco competition with a sausage.
Was it Wimmer's? That doesn't feel right.
But it was a sausage that was local to that area that they were promoting. It was sponsoring that.
That sounds from that.
It was great.
So when are you guys leaving town? I'm just curious because if you're in town next weekend, I can come for breakfast.
We actually will be in town next weekend. We have a friend coming to visit from Colorado. Yep. She was like, "Hey, are you going to be in town?" And I was like, "No." And she goes, "What if I come?" And I'm like, "Yes, we'll be here."
but bring a sleeping bag.
Yeah, bring a sleeping bag, Brian. We don't have any furniture. Literally none.
That's okay. I'll let you have time with your friend. I'll see you guys on the trail sometime.
Oh, 10 minutes left, Brian, just to let you know.
Oh, well,
okay. Should we talk about food?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I started going through like my photos because I was like, man, I don't even remember what I've cooked lately. Glenn made the sickest prime rib. It was so flipping good.
Was that Father's Day?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, these are all on the trail, right? These aren't back home.
Yeah, no, this was on the trail. This was in Iowa, and Amy's uncle had a prime rib roast in his freezer. And I was like, hey, won't you? And he asked if I'd cook it. I'm like, yeah, let's pull that out for Father's Day. And so we did that up, and we got this really great video of slicing into it, and the juice just kind of coming out of it. And it was
so good. I was so happy that my uncle was there because I was about to just eat it. Like, this is mine. You guys can find your own thing. Like, it would have been gone. We did this delicious, like Italian sausage risotto. I mean, I just want to be like, look at this picture. But it was like a red risotto.
Mm-hmm.
And so the sauce was like a tomato-based sauce, and it had rice in it. And I ripped up mozzarella real tiny, and then we smoked it, and then we threw basil and stuff on top, and then we served it with Italian sausage. It was
really good.
Amazing.
Nice.
That was amazing. Yeah, that was so
I'm a big
good.
pasta guy. Risotto, pasta, and all the above. Italian.
Mm-hmm. It was delicious. We had some, that wasn't really smoked though. I was gonna say, we had some heirloom tomatoes, and I made like I don't know. I was calling it like if caprese and bruschetta had a baby.
Yeah.
Then it was these marinated tomatoes, and I was eating them on like sourdough toast with mozzarella and stuff. So that was
my wife does. She just calls it bruschetta or prosciutto or whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is.
It was a little more vinegary than that, and then I was eating them over mozzarella, which is where the like caprese side comes into it, and you're throwing basil on top. So that was good.
Or with marinated cheese. Yeah.
We were in Osceola. They had a cheese ancillary, and the guy I was talking about earlier, Logan from Small Batch, he makes fun of me because apparently I make things too complicated. And this MF, he had a call at Worlds on his beverage. He literally just made some sweet tea and poured in like the peach vodka.
Yeah. No, that was all he did.
And he got ninth place out of like hundreds of people, and he's like, it's just because you make things too complicated, Amy.
He won a margarita challenge with just like pre-mixed margarita mix and like a Corona stuffed into it. Like, so he's like, you just play to what they know. Don't try to play fancy.
Yeah.
And he's right. Like he does well. Wrong. Anyway, so
he cracks me up.
Logan's funny.
Logan's a lot of fun.
And anyway, so Osceola, they have cheese there. So they did a cheese ancillary, and I was like, okay, what's the simplest thing I can do with cheese? A grilled cheese sandwich. But I didn't turn in the grilled cheese sandwich. I made marinated cheese instead, which is still elevated, but like simple and delicious. They hated it.
Apparently simple doesn't work either.
You should have called Logan.
Yeah. Like, Logan, what would you do? What would you do?
You probably would have smoked some cheese and threw it in the tray.
That's what a lot of people did. I think, here's my results. I can tell you exactly what I got. Because I was like, I don't know. I think I did like 6th or 7th, but there were like 9 people. So It did not score well.
I've realized after Worlds and Turkey, you just never know on those ancillary.
Yeah.
I kind of like the blind box and mystery box categories. That way, it's like, here's a box. This is all your ingredients. Give me what you got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but those can be so scary, though.
Oh yeah,
because you're rolling up to do a barbecue competition, so then like somebody was the one in Minnesota that didn't work out. So I don't know what the mystery ingredient was this year, but last year it was asparagus. And they were just like, what do you even do with that? Like, I don't even have a grill. I have smokers, right? Like, I mean, we do because we take our whole life with us. But like most of those people were like, I got a drum. What do you want me to do with this? Like, so I think those can be a lot of fun, but I think you have to be, as the organizer, you have to be like realistic with stuff like that. You can't just like throw eels at people.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, have fun. Do something that's not gonna make people puke. Like
beef tongue, raisins, and just random crap.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you?
It's not an episode of Chopped here.
It's still fun to me. I mean, it's got to be respectable, though. I mean, 100%. But I just think the mystery of it's fun. Like, what are you gonna
and that part
dish it up as?
Yeah, I think that part is interesting, and just seeing the creative things that people would come up with. But,
especially if you have time to go to a grocery store.
Yeah.
Right. Like.
Well, I mean, all they got to do is add bacon and marshmallows in mine, and we're set.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Oh, I tell you. Well, we're about at the end of the time, so I am looking forward to 3 months.
Yes.
You have a lot going on from now until then.
Yep.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to where you're going to be at when we have this talk.
And you have to say the accent of where you're from, too, wherever you're at.
She
might not be able to get me to not talk like a Kiwi.
She picks up accents wherever we go. Like we were in Tennessee and she was talking with a twang. And when we go to New Zealand, like she'll be picking it up as well. And she'll be, talking about her boot in the trunk.
Which Glenn will get to drive on the left-hand side of the road.
So. Do they say shrimp on the Barbie there in New Zealand too, or is it just
Australia? But they do say Barbie, and
and they're togs.
Oh yeah, togs, which are swim trunks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And flip-flops are thongs.
Yeah.
So that's super fun when your cousin is running around the house screaming about how she can't find her thong.
Yeah.
And you just
that is
wow. Yep, that's gonna be a fun trip.
It is.
We can't wait to hear about that one. So tune in November, guys, and we'll have them live from down under. So
are you guys planning on the Backyard Royal next year to start off?
That's, I think,
so far away.
Yeah, it's too early to say.
I enjoy that.
Well, if you do,
the Backyard Royal is like at the end of March, so I'm hoping that we'll be started.
I want to see the People's Champ on the back of the trailer.
That's right.
Okay.
I don't know.
We want to see the People's Champ.
We're hoping to upgrade trailers. So V-dubs, guys, if anybody needs a trailer or a camper, hit us up because ours is for sale.
Like, you got a price tag on it?
Not yet, but we're willing to negotiate. Mm-hmm. It's already set up for barbecue. So.
Yep.
Well, thanks, you guys. Anything else, Brian, before we let him go?
No. Let us know the price tag, though, on that when you do.
And if you need to message him, buy a trailer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys, for coming on.
See you in a couple months. Have fun on the trail.
Thanks for having me. We'll see you.